Hey, good morning. We'll start the session in a few minutes. Thank you. Hey, good morning. We'll start in the session in 2 minutes. We'll start at 9:05. Hello. You can unmute and talk. Someone raised Ravan Singh has raised a voice. Fine.
Yeah, is the session started or
Yeah, yeah. We'll start in
already?
1 minute. No, no,
Okay,
we
okay,
will
sure.
start in a minute. Actually, there is only one participant, so I was expecting few more.
Okay,
So we'll
okay, sure.
start in a minute. Yeah. Give me
Yeah,
1 minute.
thank you.
Okay. So very good morning to all of you. Welcome to this Scrum Master demo. My name is Sai. Like I have almost got 50 years of experience in IT, and at present I'm in a project management role with a Scrum Master. I am a Scrum certified professional. So I will be taking the sessions for this particular Scrum Master training. The duration is going to be for 15 days. The timings are from 9 to 10 o'clock, 1 hour. And the course fees, like it's mentioned, it's 1500, 5,900. Uh, okay. So for any queries regarding, you can contact support at logiclabstech.com. The first two sessions are going to be free. That means today and tomorrow, these are going to be free sessions. The third session is going to be for the paid participants, registered participants. Okay. So the first session, everything, the two sessions will be, will be uploaded into the channel, YouTube channel, and there you can have the demo once again. Okay, for any queries, you can refer to, or you can get in touch with the support of Logic Labs. Once you register, the course content, the video content, okay, everything will be given. You will be uploaded into their LMS part, so you can access from the LMS. You have been recommended to attend, sorry, join into this WhatsApp group as well, so that you will get the information, updated information in there. Okay. Logic Labs is present in all the social media, and you can get all the related information in their website, the Telegram channel, YouTube channel, or Instagram, whatnot. So that's all about the how the support is going to be there, and from the Logic Labs part. Okay. So get yourself uh, after going through the demo, like you can get enrolled. Okay, fine. So the Scrum Master training will last for 15 days. Okay, we have uh, a 1 hour session for every day. That's 15 classes will be there for this particular. So going to this role, like of course it's like we feel happy whenever we learn something new. Okay, but at the same time, if you see the monetary benefit and how the demand is there in the market, that's one important thing that also drives us, into that training or into the learning about that. So at the least, like today, just now, 5 few minutes back, I have taken this particular screenshot of the Naukri, where I see for a Scrum Master in 4 years. Okay, this is for. I mean, I took it for because I reside in Hyderabad, so I have taken this particular location for Hyderabad, and I have seen that 2,152 jobs are present. But even if you take some of the old jobs which lost for whose posts have been there for almost 1 month, if you take half of them, probably 1,000. Okay, if you take even for 1 month, probably you can have at least 700 to 800 jobs out of 1,000 jobs. Okay, so the demand is very good because all the working professionals, like they can't move it directly into the roles because they have this notice period. So all these things, if you are considering, probably yes, the Scrum Master has a very good demand outside, and this is very easy. I mean, this is for just not for IT people who are technically aware. It's not like that. Anyone who has good communication skills, good understanding of the process, yes, they can easily switch over into the Scrum Master role. So it is not a mandatory that one should know, okay, uh, the technical aspects of, like coding or development or whatnot, CI/CD pipelines or not. There's nothing wrong in knowing it, but it's not a mandatory. So yes, anyone, any from any background, like they can switch over. Okay. Okay. Then you may expect from us, I mean, how the career growth is going to be like once you become a Scrum Master, because uh, you won't stop it there, right? I mean, what happens next? Like, what you can do after that? So once you become a Scrum Master and be in the shoes of the Scrum Master for 2 to 3 years, probably the next role that you can take it up are these things. Okay, you can be a product owner, you can be a project manager, you can be a senior Scrum Master. Of course, that role comes as a part of the experience. At the same time, you can become an agile coach. Okay, so there are wide variety of alternatives you have, which are very good, lucrative also. So your growth won't stop here. Like it's going to grow. Okay, so this is a very good wise decision to come into the Scrum Master role. If you are being in the career for longer time and you are not able to progress technically, and you are very much interested in people management or into the process things, something like that, then this is a very good option. Okay. So, okay, there are, of course, we everything, the companies actually look for those certifications, right? So, whenever you say you are a Scrum Master, they expect that you do certain certification. So, there are two bodies which give the certification, and these are valid. Other than this, if you do the certification, probably they are not going to consider it, okay, or they just, may not, shortlist in the company for interviews. Okay. So the one is from PSM, sorry, from scrum.org. The certification is PSM 1 certificate and 2. Okay. So professional Scrum Master certification is perfectly valid. And you have another certificate from Scrum Alliance. This is CSM, called as CSM, Certified Scrum Master. These two certifications are valid. So if you are opting for if you're planning to become a Scrum Master, move into that role in a different company, probably the first filtering criteria would be on the certification. So make sure that you give these trainings, you give this particular certification exams, okay, and get certified. Then you have better chances of getting the calls from the recruiters. Okay, that's a filtering criteria. So if you see the difference, because like you have two certificates, which one is better and which one is not, then I'll just made a comparison here. Uh, the exam patterns are going to be there. Of course, there are multiple choice questions. Okay, and the PSM certification minimum percentage is 85%, whereas for CSM is 74. Okay, that's okay, fine. Passing is not an issue. Exam duration is of course for 1 minute, 1 hour. And the basic, very important thing that I really stress on is the certification renewal. Once you do the PSM, this has no expiry. Okay, so it has lifetime validity. But if you take CSM, it expires in every 2 years. That's one of the disadvantages that I see over here. I mean, not a disadvantage, but uh, you have to renew. Like if you for every 2 years, like you need to review with certain amount and do it. That's waste of time, and I mean waste of money as well, right? So instead, I mean, I generally we I suggest for going a PSM one, it's an open book exam again. So you not worry about that. And yeah, once you write, get cleared, that's it. And you will get a certificate. Okay. But there is also another advantage with CSM. Maybe this could be a disadvantage, but of course, the CSM is something like it is a 2-day training given outside your somewhere in a by a certified CSM trainer. They are going to charge a huge amount. So it will be for 2 days in a hotel or in any of the online events or very whatever. So for 2 days, like it's going to be full time presence is required, and after the second day, like you will be given the opportunity to write an exam, and once you write it, it's easy to pass. You'll pass, and you'll get the certificate. But the fee is going to be a little bit more. Okay, that you need to see as per the today's rate, like how much is the cost. So it's almost it's going to be some 30 plus around. Okay. So whatnot. So that's the only thing. The expiry part, if I see like PSM does better. I mean, because like we need not worry. Once you do it, the PSM, keep it aside and do for something else. You not go for every 2 hours, 2 years and renew that particular thing. Okay. So something that PSM stands out of this. Okay. So both are equally valid and they are perfectly, I mean, with all the things like eligible for you to become a Scrum Master. Okay, so if you are into this background, like where you are been working for a longer time into coding section and IT, mm, so you're bored of that particular coding, or you are into a support role of things doing the operations, you are working on the tickets and trying to solve that for years and years, and you are going nowhere. You're getting stuck in your career path. You are from a non-IT background, but yes, you want to switch over into this, then this is the place where you can be into. Okay, so Scrum Master role is something like you will feel more challenging, more happy about because like you will be more involved with the people, more you will be more involved with the process that is happening, and you will make sure that everything is working fine. You will facilitate lot many things. You will work with so many people. You will be coordinating with so many people, so that's as a human being, social human being, like how we do it, right? Outside, like in the same way, it's that role. Okay, so that you can expect. So fine. So before we go into the Scrum Master role, okay, we should actually understand like what the Scrum Master does first of all. So because like in the IT, like we are in the IT like delivering certain things, right? We work on the projects. Okay, so when we work on the projects, you are not a developer. You are not a coder. You are not a project manager. You are something else. Okay. So this role is a such a way, it's designed in such a way that you make a process, uh, up, which you make it, available, or you can say you try to facilitate that process to all the team members. Okay. And make them work accordingly. Okay. That's the way you train them, you coach them, and you also make sure that everyone is following that, but you are not very bossy. Okay, you are very very cool guy, making sure that everything is followed as per the particular process mentioned. Okay, so both the PSM and CSM, they take this particular thing called a Scrum guide, and with the Scrum guide principles, they are going to operate their Scrum. And as a Scrum Master, your job is to make sure that everyone is following that. Okay, that's fine. So you will be just seeing, making sure that everyone understands the Scrum, everyone follows the Scrum principles. If not, you will train them, coach them. Okay, either to the team members like developers or coders or testers, whoever it is, or to the product owner, or to the project manager, or to the organization. Okay, so it could be training or coaching them in all the levels of the organization. Okay, so that's the way you do the operation. But this is just a part of the Scrum Master role. Okay, so other things like the roles which will come in, we'll discuss in the upcoming classes in the demo. So before that, okay, now the Scrum Master role has come into picture now, but before that we had the other way of delivering the projects. There was a different way of delivering the projects. So that was just going into brief thing before we go in deep dive. We do the deep dive. I would like to make you just understand this what is happening here. Okay. Uh, so if you see the right side down picture, there is a customer who is actually wanting this to be delivered. Okay, something like a tea with a to the tree. There is some time not tied to the tire. Okay, and he wants this, but he explained it a different way. Okay, so he explained something different. The project leader understood in a different way. The engineer designed in a something different way. Okay, the programmer wrote the program in a different way, and the person who is selling this one, okay, the salesperson, described in a different way altogether. But nothing was, there on the whole the documentation part. Okay, and there was an operation which was installed which has no particular proper plan, support, anything. The price was going like, roller coaster, and the help desk supported something badly. Okay. So if you see all these things, okay, what do you think like is the main problem over here? Someone can, if you want to talk, you can raise your hands. I will unmute and you can give the.
The way of understanding differs.
Okay, the understanding differs. Yes. Nagalakshmi, Raghunath, Sita Kumar. I've just asked you to unmute. You can talk, unmute and talk. Okay.
It's
Understanding.
just
Yes.
communication gap between person to person.
Yes. There is a communication gap.
I mean,
There is a misunderstanding.
the way
Yes.
in which it is being described is not exactly in a way which is
Mm.
being understood by a person.
Right. The way they perceived was different from what that is conveyed, right? Yes. Yes.
No, the thing is that I really bit differing here. It is not
Mm.
perceived. Only the customer is pursuing. The person
Mm.
who has understood should probe more and should get a clear idea of what they expect.
Mm. Right.
It
Good.
is missing out.
Yes. Yes. That is missing. Yes. Perfect.
Thank
Yes. Thank you. Raghunath, Nagalakshmi, any, what is missing over here? Okay. Good. So, so it was the end product was not meeting the expectations of the customer. One thing is that, right? Of course, the person who is working on that uh, didn't understand properly. But did he make any attempt to ask the customer like whether he's, progressing correctly or not during his uh, delivery during his the particular project of this thing? Did he make an attempt, or you would have
you. As per your chart,
avoided
it
this
is not
situation?
there. No attempt.
Yes, we would have avoided this situation if in between, like if you made an attempt to ask the customer, like whether, or if you had asked the feedback, like how it is going, then we would have avoided this particular thing, right? In every stage, not only that. I mean, the customer explanation, okay,
Exactly.
whatever you explain, that's fine. But the project leader who understood should have gone back to the customer and asked, like, whether my understanding is correct or not, right? So that is missing. There is no feedback. Okay, you are not asking for the feedback. So that is one thing which is not, which was expected, but it's not happening here, right? If there is any feedback, probably they would have changed their steps of working, and it would have resulted into implementing those feedback. And there, I think that even that is missing. That is called as adapting. So adapting to his feedback is also missing here because like we didn't ask for the feedback and we didn't take the feedback, we didn't work on the feedback. So there was something called as adaptation, which was making missing. Okay. Right. So in each and every step, no one ever tried to ask and ask like whether the particular thing they are working is correct or not, or meeting his expectations, or where to improve. So there was no feedback loop is happening. There was no adapting to the particular process happening, and because of which I can say this not meeting the expectations of the customer, and there is a failure. I mean, I can see a little bit, they failed in terms of delivering what is expected of the customer. Okay, so there is a failure because of two to three things. One is feedback is not happening, the adaptation was not happening, and another thing is you are not aware. I mean, the customer is not aware till they are completed, right? The project, or they have completed the task. So if something was hidden, I think there is something which is hidden, and there was not proper. I can say the transparency part which was not there here. Okay, so let us focus on this one, and just we'll have one scenario based thinking. Okay. So in this scenario, I will show you two things. Okay. Two scenarios. We will try to come to some points. Why I'm explaining this, because you will come to that particular thing after this two scenarios on the left. So let us take one scenario. Okay. Now you are, let us say like there are in a home, like you have a parents, a mother and a daughter or son or whoever it is, kid is there. Mother gave the instructions to her kid to cook. Okay. Now she said like you cook something, do whatever you want. You cook something. I give you this particular thing. I'm giving you orally this particular recipe. Try to do accordingly. Okay. Now, as a kid, what you will do is like you will try to understand what to cook. Okay. Now, because and at the same time, your mother gave the instructions and she went for the shopping now. Okay. She is not there in your home. Okay. Taking the her instructions, you will try to memorize or you try to recollect and you will try to understand what she wants, to be done, and she will try to do something. Okay, because when you started cooking, right, you will have so many questions in your hand, in your mind. Okay, because like your mobile, because your mother is not there and there is no way to contact her, the kid is going to see for the recipes now, because it's we have the internet, like they can see the YouTube or they can see, okay, do something, search for on the Google, or at last or they can ask someone, the neighbors or their friends, may come call them up and do that. Okay, so ask about that particular thing and she can cook now. Now, by the time the mother arrived, the food is ready and she's the food is ready to serve and it is on the plate now. Okay. Now this is scenario one where the mother gave the instructions, forgot her mobile in the home itself, and she went for shopping and she doesn't know what the kid is doing, and the is no kid can't contact her mother for anything. Okay. That's the scenario one. Now let's go to scenario two, where the same thing, mother gave the instructions to her kid. Okay. Now the mother is there with the kid. Okay. Now she asked her kid to prepare the meals or whatever dish. Okay. The same thing. Again, the kid is there. So she's or he is trying to understand what has to be cooked. Okay. Now the comes like what the recipe, how to do, make it and what steps to be taken. Because she is there beside. Okay. The parent or the instructor, whoever it is, like she is there beside. There is a chance that this guy, this kid, can ask her about something which steps, like if he is missing or she is missing, right? Then because like her presence is there, she will be giving the instructions once again, and the kid is going to prepare as per the instructions. Okay. While the time of cooking or at the end of the cooking, if he or she feels that something has to be modified or changed, then she will give that little bit to her mother to taste it. Okay. If she says okay, then he will continue, or else if she says to put some salt or some spices, probably, then he is going to adjust his ingredients into the recipe. Okay. Now, in these two scenarios, where do you see like the food is very delicious and is as per the expectations? In which scenario?
Scenario two.
Scenario two. Good. Anyone? Shravani, Sita, Kumar, and Kumar. Raghunath.
See, food is as per the expectation means it's only scenario two.
Scenario two. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yes. So speaking the scenario two, the, unless the kid is an expert, the scenario one can't be a good recipe, because in that scenario one, something was missing and we have something here. Okay, in the scenario two, if you see, first thing is there is one person to us. I mean, there is one person whom we can go and ask for something. Okay. So that particular support is there in the second scenario. And the next one is when you're cooking, like if you felt like something should be added or something like to be changed, you can go and ask her. You can take the feedback on the taste or recipe, and you can accordingly adjust your the preparation part. Okay, so there is a feedback happening. Okay, now she is giving you the feedback, and you are working on it. So you are trying to change the way you are working. You are adapting to this particular feedback. Okay, so that's one thing. So two things that we got here are, one thing is the feedback, and the other one is adapting to that particular feedback. But at the same time, if the kid is so introvert or the kid is so shy, if he doesn't go to the parent itself, okay, and he's doing it by his own, okay, I'm reiterating this one. If the kid is so shy, if he is not showing what he's doing, okay, to the parent or to whoever, probably in the second scenario also would have been a failure one if we didn't go and ask her, okay, or if he's hiding something from her mother or his mother, okay, then that would be a failure. So unless and the particular process is visible to the other people, you will not know like what you're doing, okay, and you may miss not many things while you're doing. So there is a little bit of visibility which is missing in case if you're not showing it, okay. So the transparency is also one of the important factor on what you are doing, okay. So the three things that we learn from in these two scenarios is, one thing is on the feedback, one thing is on the adaptation part, and another one is on transparency, the visibility, okay. So unless everyone knows like what you're doing, okay, okay, you can't make a do some magic and at the end like you can't create a dish, right? So that's we don't know magic does. I don't believe in that particular thing. But in the, so if there are any processes which are visible, okay, you will easily able to find the mistakes in that particular process, try to rectify, okay, give your suggestions or feedback, then work accordingly. That is going to help, okay. So these are the things which are missing, which I feel. And so what actually made the food good over there? You asked for the feedback. That's one thing. You worked on the feedback. Good. First of all, you asked the feedback. That's a good thing. And she gave you the feedback. But if you didn't work on that particular feedback, if you didn't add the salt, if you didn't add any spices to that or whatever, probably that even result in a worse dish. Okay. At the same time, when you are working, you are being inspected. Okay. So you are being, seen by your parent or whoever it's boss or whatever, you are being inspected by. So there were less chances of making a mistake. There were, of course, we won't say like mistakes won't happen, but at least being inspected by someone, like you will make less mistakes. Okay. And at the same time, there is a lot of clarity on what you are doing. Okay. You're not, you are showcasing whatever you are doing. Okay. You showed her the progress. Okay. While doing, preparing something, you started something, you cut something, you show the progress to her. And whatever the feedback she was giving, like you were able to adapt to what she has given, okay, she suggested it. So these are the 3 to 4 things that help to give you a very good end product altogether. Okay, so one is feedback, one is transparency, one is adaptation and inspection, whatnot. Okay, so this is a good thing that happened, and because of which probably this is missing over here, and I think it resulted in some failure. But it is not the case in the new way of delivering the projects. But when you say in the new way of delivering projects, what is the old way of delivering the projects? We had the other way of delivering the projects, those that is traditional waterfall model, and other one is the latest one is agile way of delivering the water projects. Okay, so traditional waterfall model and another one is agile methodologies. So we'll just, I mean, I hope, may I know like you are from which, I mean, are you from IT or non-IT or like how, which is, so Raghunath, can you just say like, you're from IT background or non-IT background or any experience in anyone? Uh, yes, and Kumar, yes.
I'm a non-IT.
Non-IT, okay. So previously you were into any, which domain, I mean, which tech, something non-IT?
I was interacting with the customers regularly
Okay,
as a
okay.
marketing man.
Marketing, okay. Good to know that. Yeah, thank you. Sita Ram Kumar?
Yeah, That's what I said. It's a feedback from Sitaram, whatever you got.
Oh, sorry. And Kumar, right. Okay.
I
So
am
two
someone
names.
with from a marketing background,
Okay, okay, got it.
non-IT. I used to regularly with the customers,
Mm-hmm.
industrial customers for such a solutions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Thank you.
So we were bridging the gap between the internal and the external customers.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Good to know. Thank you. Actually, N Kumar is same. Are you the same person or like?
No, I'm Sitaram. I am not in.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Thank you. Fine. Nishant, Raghunath, Shravani, and
Yes, I am from IT background. I work for
hey,
technical support. So I
technical.
want to switch into management like Scrum. So I was
Yeah.
interested in that, so thought to join it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Good to know that. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, and Kumar, you can.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Can you
Menu
hear
from.
me?
Yes. 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 We can hear.
Actually, I have 4 years of experience like a technical support engineer. I need to change. I need to upgrade my skills to this Scrum Master.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Good.
I'm looking at completely. I'm in IT
Mm-hmm.
background.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Good to know that. Yeah, thank you. Fine. So yes, one thing is like if you're from anything, I mean, it's not just related to IT, but you should have at least 4 years of experience is very much needed because industry expects that you are aware of the whole thing, the project life cycle. So the 4 years is very the minimum thing like which is required to do this particular Scrum thing also. Okay, good. So if you have less than that, again think about that because if you have 2 years or 3 years. Uh, as a scrum master, like I mean, because I see the recruiters selecting only those people who have 4 years of experience, and so just do again think about that particular
I
thing. Okay.
one doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
as you said, 4 years of experience. It's from IT or only like Scrum.
No, IT is
IT.
okay.
Okay,
Non-IT is
that's fine.
also okay. Anything is work
Yeah,
experience which
IT or
has
non-IT process knowledge for 5 years. That's fine. Na?
yes.
Like four to
Yeah,
five
yeah,
years.
right. Yes, yes. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you,
I
sir.
mean, not for I'm talking about those 1 or 2 years experienced people.
Okay,
It's
okay,
so we need to have at least 4 to 5 years of experience in any of the field. Okay, that's important. Because
okay,
at least we come to know the process. Yes.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Means
Thank you.
it's required only Scrum for 4 years. Like
No,
I
no,
have a 4 year experience. If I
no
switch
problem.
my role,
Okay, no problem. No, you can switch. I mean, that's okay. 4 years is okay. Okay. So fine. Just to see, it's not that you because the recruiters, like when you apply in an Naukri near the job portal, their criteria is that. Okay, it's not that I can't do that particular role. Everyone can do that particular thing. Even a fresher who understands the Scrum or the Agile principles very neatly, yeah, they can switch over. But the thing is, because the experience counts a lot, right? Because you will be there with a particular project life cycle, you will see them from in and out. So that particular experience they are going to see. So that's it. I'm thinking about that. So yeah, so we'll just have a understanding on traditional waterfall and see like what are the drawbacks and why we are actually moving to this agile then into a scrum thing. What is making the traditional waterfall model a failure one? And before agile came into picture, there was only the traditional waterfall which delivered lot many good projects. And why we are switching to this? And the other question is like, don't we have traditional waterfall as of now? All the companies are switching into this agile methodologies. Okay. So there are so many things on this particular thing. We won't say like traditional water is utter failure. No, everything, you know, the only thing that differs is the traditional waterfall model is the way it works is something, uh, if compare that with an agile part, the speed and the flexibility that we have, we can't see that in the traditional water that I feel. Okay. But it is a traditional waterfall is a foolproof. I won't say like it is fully faulty one. It's a foolproof also, but the way it is implemented makes it very little tiring change. Okay, so whatever it is a structured way. It's a sequential approach for the project management. A structured way. It is a linear sequential life cycle. Okay, it's like linear one. It's not that you okay. Okay. So that's how the traditional like we'll see into like how actually this is the way the traditional waterfall model is going to work. I mean, you have the requirement space waterfall, as I say, like it comes from one step from after every step. There's something like that. The when you pour water on one step, like it will go into the next step. After completing the next step, it will go to another step. So this whole process is going to happen. So we have the first step in this particular thing is requirement phase. So when the customer comes and asks for something to be done, okay. So you will be in this particular requirement phase, and you'll ask like, uh, what is your requirement? What has to be completed? So all this requirement phase is going to take in a deep dive session is going to happen on that particular requirement phase, and it may last for almost let us say like uh, 20 to 30 days. Okay, and requirement gathering itself. Once you have completed the requirement phase, then we'll go into calling for the subject matter experts, architectures, and okay, all the people and make it a specification phase. You will be into the specification phase. So like you will clearly specify like what actually things are needed, and this is where the technically people are going to be more involved in it. So the specification again, it's going to take some almost 1 hour, 1 month time. Okay, let us say like 1 month time, maybe less, but then comes the developers coming into picture, and they try to design whatever that you have given with the specifications, and they are going to code it. Okay, make use of certain technologies, and they're going to code. Once the design part is done, the implementation. Okay, implementation is nothing but again design is before that. Implementation is with whatever code that you have. Okay, languages you try to write a code for that. Okay, and make sure that it is working as per the design that is given. Okay, and once implementation part is done, they will be giving that to the testing people. Now testing people are going to work on whatever that you have delivered from the developers. Okay, and they will see each and everything on the screen. If it looks good, okay, or else they are going to fail it, and they are going to ask them to work on it. Okay, and once the testing is okay, everyone is happy with that, and they can, if they are ready to move it to the production, they will be moved to the release. It will be released and it will move to production. Once it is moved into the production, only thing that you will be doing is a maintenance. That means like you will just support the application, and it goes on. So in this particular step, if you see, if you take the role of a testing, let us say January, like you have started the requirement phase, and you have got all the team members. No? Developers are there, architects are there, testing team is there, everything is there. For testing team to work on this particular thing, they need to wait for 5 months, almost 5 months. Till May, they are going to be free. Okay, so you see that, right? I mean, there is a lot of wastage, either in terms of resources or in the money or the cost or the scope. So many things are, getting wasted over here. Not only the testing part, if you see the design, 2 months for the developers or the coders, they will be sitting idle to understand what to have to do. Okay, implementation. So there is a problem with, I can say, the involvement, resources, knowledge. Okay, it's getting wasted. Okay, and not only that, once you're free with a particular specification part, it is in the step two, like you are okay with the specification, and you have started on the designing. Now the customer has changed his mind, and he is coming and asking for certain other requirement. Now you can't, you know, include that particular thing, right? Because it requires again the requirement phase, again the specification part, and again you have to redesign. So any change that comes during these particular phases of your project will not be implemented because it involves the whole cycle to be started from scratch. Okay. So this is one of the headaches in the drawbacks of the waterfall. You can't incorporate changes in the middle. Okay, the resources have to sit idle. Okay, and it is a sequential one. If you are the only you can do the project one by one, one after another one. Okay. Yes. Any questions? I mean, you can. Okay. So fine. So this is because of this, like you see a lot many drawbacks over here. Okay. First of all, no working software is produced until the end of the product. So if you started in January, probably after 7 months, you can see one thing getting delivered into the production. Okay. And it's very time consuming. You want an app to be developed, you will develop to start today, and you will develop after 5 months. By that time, your competitors will, create another app which will run the market, and you will be lost somewhere. Okay. The risk factors are very high because the time you come into the market, everything gets changed. Okay. The risk factors associated. There will be delay because, as you see, right, so many people are getting wasting their time. The project gets delayed because of the sequential process. Okay, lot of time for the developers and the testers. So these are the disadvantages. Okay, not limited to this. There are so many other things also. Okay, from the money, monetary, from the time, from the resource part, resources, everything like that. Okay. So taking that into consideration, they have formulated and they have gone into another way of delivering the project, that is through agile way. And what we have now is an agile methodology. Okay. So agile methodology is one of the way in the software development which follows this iterative approach. Okay, iterative approach. Okay, that means like we won't take that much time to deliver a project for 6 months or 7 months. We will take very few shorter time cycle. Maybe in weeks we will deliver the particular thing. If you have seen your apps in your mobile, we will get uh, the features, right? You will see like an update has come, like please try to update on the Google Play Store. So those type of notifications come in your mobile. That means like they are adding new features for every 1 or 2 weeks, and you are updating that. That means like it's a faster way of delivering the project. It's an agile way they are implementing. Okay. So this is happening as per the changing business requirements. So the customer is happy because even if he comes in the middle of the process, yeah, you are going to take it. You are going to adapt that, work on it, and get delivery. Okay. So you're doing it faster. You are meeting the changing requirements of the customer. Okay, and what? So this is more of a customer friendly, and of course at the same time organization employees friendly as well. Okay, so the agile methodology has gone has drawn so much of interest because of its fastness or readiness. Okay, and able to adapt to the new things. So because of that, agile is gaining popularity. And agile is an umbrella. It's a methodology. It's the way you work. Okay. So there are so many things under agile. The training is almost about one of the things in agile called as a Scrum. Okay. So the course talks about the Scrum. Okay. And we have so many things under the agile umbrella. Those are extreme programming, lean, Kanban. Okay, crystal clear. But our main focus will be on the Scrum, and we will go through this Kanban. Okay, how it is implemented. Uh, just we are not. I mean, we are touching only the Scrum part. Okay. So tomorrow in this next class, probably we are going to start on how actually the history of this Scrum, like how actually it got derived, and why these people have gone into this particular thing, and how it got developed, and we'll touch base on the agile principles. Okay. So the more discussions are going to come up in the next class. So I want, I mean, in these 2 days demo, be interactive, not an issue. I mean, the more you talk, the more you will come to know, and the more we can have very uh, good discussions in a positive way. Okay, and you can decide on the third day whether to go ahead or not. Okay, so I will stop it here. I will. Any questions you have, I can unmute you, and you can. Nishant ji, I have unmuted you.
Yeah. Hi, Sai.
Okay. Tanzim. Yes.
Sai, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sai, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I
Yes.
can.
Yes. I can hear. Yes.
Uh, so I like to means question means in this agile methodology is there means it's like means iterative method
Hmm.
um,
Yes.
and what means it is the what's the disadvantages of agile means it's used everywhere or
No, it is as per the need of the customer. Like if you feel like your requirements are frozen, if you think we do not require any change, I mean, you are very much pretty sure that the changing requirements won't come in between the process. You want to adopt any agile methodology. Okay, you will not go into Scrum or you will not go into the Kanban part and all. You will just work in a waterfall model and just do it. That's okay. No one is going to say. But if your requirements are constantly changing, you are developing certain app or certain website and you want to incorporate so many changes, but you can't do it at a time, right? Because we don't know the market conditions. Today, like you want one feature, tomorrow you want another feature. But if you are following waterfall, the first feature probably you can say, but the next feature which is coming up in 2 weeks later, those people are not going to take it. Okay, in the waterfall. So
yes.
there, like you have to go for agile. In the agile, like in the Scrum part, yes, you can implement that in a iterative way.
Okay, okay, thank you.
So it all
Yeah.
depends upon the project and the requirement that you.
Okay.
Sai, I have one more doubt, like regarding the certification and all.
Hmm.
Like once we complete this course, like we are getting like what exact certification we'll be getting? Like it is a beginner level or like or we'll be preparing for CSM or PSM like that or
Hmm.
may I know?
Yes. See, this training is on once you complete this particular training, where we include the Scrum guide. I mean, which is very much, applicable for writing an exam of certification, and you also can go for interviews. But the thing is, we will also do the 3 Scrum mock tests. Okay, we will be doing that mock test as well. Uh,
Okay.
but soon after this, the certification of Logic Labs is not relevant in any of the. Okay, the course completion part is not at all relevant here in the IT. You need to write CSM or PSM. Okay. See,
Okay.
CSM is not like after completing here you go and take an exam. No, not like that.
Hmm.
You have to schedule learning. I mean, there will be certain sessions by CSM trainers. Okay.
Okay.
So those people will be taking exclusively 2 days training that will be given outside. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you have to be there in there, and you have to complete that. So you have to pay almost 25 to 30,000, and at the end of the second day, you will get the certificate. Okay, so that is
Okay.
CS. PSM is you attend the training, you go through the mock test in the PSM Scrum.org. You take the mock test. Once you are
Okay.
confident, you will take it on the live. Okay, so that
Okay.
is going to be $200.
Okay. So we are having some like trusted websites for that, right? Like for
Oh, yes, yes.
certification.
Scrum.org, yes.
Okay,
Certificate
dietcrum.org.
PSM1. See, entry level you are saying, right? PSM1 is a one of the entry level for the Scrum
Entry
Master.
level. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
CSM doesn't have CSM1 and CSM2. There is only one CSM. Okay.
CSM.
Whereas
Okay.
PSM has PSM1 and PSM2. That's fine. I
Okay.
mean, we won't suggest you to go to PSM2 and deep dive into over into Scrum Master.
Yeah.
After PSM1, you go for into other roles, other this thing.
Okay.
So that is
Okay.
again, we have to go with the Scrum ORG certifications.
Okay.
Okay.
So actually, I was
So
thinking like moving from tech support to like management will be difficult. So it is not
no,
that way,
no, no,
right?
no, not at all difficult. It is not a project management PMP type where you
Okay.
need to learn lot many things. No way. This
Yeah.
is more understanding of the Scrum principles or Agile principles and Scrum guide. Okay, it's because like we
Okay.
have a lot many things from the Scrum guide. If you
Okay.
understand the Scrum guide,
Okay.
yes, you can implement and you can make the team to work on it. So we will go through that tomorrow. Also, like we will have one session. We will just okay.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
don't.
Sure.
It's not that complex. It is very easy.
Okay.
Sai,
Thank you
hello
so
Sai.
much.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Kumar.
Actually, this practice and all those things, it's a restricted or cloud environment.
Hmm. I didn't get you.
Once you completed your session, we are practicing the sessions, right?
Okay.
How to practice that, like through cloud only we
Ah,
are
yeah.
practicing
In
sessions,
the
or
scrum.org,
is there
scrum.
any
Yeah, the scrum.org, we have the mock tests. Okay, you can write multiple number of times. That is free. Instead of 50 questions, you have 30 questions. You can attempt as many times as you want till you become perfect. So this is in the
no,
scrum.org. You need not worry.
I'm not
No
speaking
access
like
is
that,
required.
but
Yeah.
not access. Like once you completed your session, right? I'm saying,
Mm.
I'm asking your session. Once completed
Okay.
your session, how we practice? Like through which platform I need to practice? Like, is there any restricted, like particular timing? Is there, like suppose VMware is there? They provide
Mhm.
only 30 days of practice.
Okay. Now see, this is purely theoretical, purely understanding the concepts, and there is nothing. We will download one of the Scrum Guide book. Okay, and we will also take tests. Okay, that is not limited to any number of days. It is free only. You can do multiple number of times. So that is nothing, not like a VMware where you need to install something or you need to connect to the cloud. Nothing like that. Directly go to the website, or take the assessment, come out. That's nothing more. No.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, fine. Okay.
Say one question. Means as a Scrum Master, we are supposed to means schedule a meeting with all the developers and testers, or is there something else?
Yeah, the process we are going to talk it. What happens, like there are so many events in the Scrum, and you have to be there to facilitate. That we will talk tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, okay.
I need to have a very hot stop because there is another. Yes. Yes, sorry. Yeah, the role of the Scrum Master will talk tomorrow. What he has to do, what he's going to do in the organization. Okay, those things we'll talk about. Okay, so we will have a hot stop here, brother, because next batch is going to come on the same site. So sorry for that, but yeah, tomorrow at 9 o'clock we will have another. So please join early. Even possible, try to be at 8:55. We'll start soon. Okay.
Sure, Sai. Thank you for the session. It was
Thank you.
nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.